Okay, so here's what I do. For my geometry kids, I have them watch a video for homework. Generally, sometimes a worksheet, sometimes they have problems, whatever. But generally, their homework is to watch a video over a section, and then in class we talk about the next day, the kind of classic flipped model. Um, how I do that is I use a program called Zaption. And actually, I make videos on something called Screencast-O-Matic, which I already paid for. Unfortunately, there's free ones I found afterwards that do the same thing I wanted, but this one was 30 bucks for 3 years, and it's at the time I was kind of under the gun, so I threw it together quick. But I use that. I import it into Zaption, and what Zaption does is they watch the videos, but they can't move forward uh, and skip things. They have to stay on track, and then every once in a while it pops up and asks them a question. So there are plenty of other software programs that do the same thing, but Zaption is the one I use. Um, the other thing I did was I created a classroom website because I tried to use Google Classroom, but there were just certain things I couldn't do that drove me nuts. For instance, all it seems like I do is just post homework assignments, and I don't. My kids write everything so that it can't turn anything in through Google Classroom, so it just seemed kind of like this is a place for you to go to know where to watch your video at and to get the worksheet if you've left it at home or something. But it didn't seem to be much more than that. I know you can throw files up into the Google Drive folder, but even that seems kind of cumbersome. I wanted something a little more complete, so what I did was I made a Google site, and I made it through our school account, and all it is you just type sites.google.com, much like classroom.google.com, and then what you can do is create a classroom website. And the nice thing is, you can have it where everyone in the world views it, or you can limit it to just kids in mtzschools.org views it. So this way, if you have private information you're worried about getting out, that way only kids at Mount Zion could look at it. And basically what I just used for it is one, I did my plan book. I embedded that. Although I did find there was a problem. If you look at this on certain cell phones, you can't see all the assignments. It cuts it off like about Wednesday. So that's why I have this extra link here. If the gadget's not available, then they can just click that and go to it instead. But yeah, classroom files, if I wanted to put files up, specific videos, like I do construction, so I made videos of me making constructions. Contact form, Google Classroom link, so they could go to this first instead. And I have online exploration activities and stuff, and there's one of the programs I use called GeoGebra, so I'm hoping to use that more in the future when the kids have Chromebooks and can do this more in their own free time. And review and textbook and all kinds of links. So I was able to get what I wanted at a classroom with a website. It's pretty easy to set up. And a lot of it I just found online, just Googling. But if you have questions, I could probably show you some things. And then the other thing is that this website is terribly cumbersome by name. Like it's sites.google.com/a/mtschools.org. It's a pain in the neck. So Mr. Moore told me about this program called Bitly, which I'd seen before online, but I didn't even think about the fact that I could just look it up myself. And what you can basically do is just take this long form name and shorten it. And what I've shortened mine to were all something like Moyer geometry in lowercase. So now if the kids want to go to my website for geometry, it's just literally bit.ly/Moyer geometry, all lowercase. Enter, takes them there. So it's something I'm hoping to expand on quite a bit over the summer now that I've kind of got a year of what I've got in there, what I'd like to do more with. Definitely like to change the background from just plain old white because it is a little boring. But it's just it's one thing I can do that gives the kids a central place to go to if they're ever gone for assignments that I think is maybe a little more convenient than just Google Classroom. So yeah, there you go. So if you have any questions about any of that stuff, please come see me. If there's anything that you've got that you think it's an improvement, throw it up on here on the document, and we'll hopefully all be able to benefit from it. All right, thanks.